I'm here to talk about bees and why I love them.
I am astounded and fascinated by bees.
We're very fortunate to be a part of their world.
And that's the goal. We strive for healthy hives and local honey.
It has changed my life in the fact of that's what I eat, sleep, and breathe. It's honeybees. Being in this business, I have absolutely seen it change other people's lives.
I heard a lot of news articles and read a lot of news articles about how the honeybees needed help. I convinced my husband to sign up for the classes by telling him that we could go out to dinner every night before the class. And just because he got to eat, he came to the class with me.
No, I was not interested in honeybees at first.
That first year, at the end of the season, I made the mistake of handing him a frame. Asked him to hold it. And he saw the bees working the frame, and
I was hooked, and that's what it took. And once I was hooked, then every year we've become more and more involved, because every third item you put in your mouth, a honeybee's had something to do with it. So without the honeybee, which is a pollinator, there are certain foods that if it wasn't for the honeybee, we would not be eating them. Honey just happens to be a byproduct of the honeybee's true job, which is to be a pollinator and to help us, especially in North Carolina being an agricultural state. The honeybees are very important.
Fortunately, we know just enough to most of the time recover from the mistakes that we make.
Where everybody has a place, everybody knows what their job is, and they all work hard and do it to the best of their ability.
And it's well known that if you eat a local honey that has been, the bees have been harvesting and foraging in the area in which you live, it really does help with your allergy symptoms and helps reduce those.
Surry County Gold is Sourwood honey. The honey that comes from the Sourwood bloom is so great because it's basically the only place you can get it from is right in this area along the Appalachian Mountain. It is so rich and flavorful. It has a little hint of butter in it.
Mmm. Oh man. Mm. Can I have some more?
Don't double dip it.
I wasn't gonna dip it, I was gonna drink it. That is good.
So another word for the Sourwood bloom is, once we turn it into honey, is Surry County Gold. When the sourwood was in full bloom and the bees started to harvest that nectar, once they start to harvest that nectar, they will store it. That's when the bees are doing the work and the beekeepers are just watching. And then once the bloom was completed and was no longer producing nectar, we went in and took the supers off. That's what we call honey supers, where they store the honey. And then we extracted it, which is taking the honey out of the honeycomb and storing it in 5-gallon buckets. Once we let it sit for a week or so and let all the really fine particulates come to the top of the honey, and we can skim that off, and we're left with nothing but pure honey, we can bottle that. And that's the final process. That's the best part of the whole thing, because it's a completion. You have a final product. Oh, I feel immensely honored in the fact of we get to share all this knowledge that we have gained over the years.
I love this class. I absolutely love this class. This class has been so much fun. I've learned so much. The people here are super, super nice, extremely helpful if you have any questions.
The Surry County Beekeepers are one of the only clubs that I know of in the state that offers not only a beginning beekeeping class, but a mentor program.
The Surry County Cooperative Extension is a huge supporter of the Surry County Beekeepers Association.
One of the biggest ways you can support the club is to buy our local honey, and then just be good stewards to honeybees.
And just be careful when you're applying a pesticide or herbicide to your plants and your vegetables. Just keep in mind that the honeybees can't read.
If you're interested in becoming a beekeeper, you can find us on Facebook at Surry County Beekeepers, and you can also find us on the web at surrycountybeekeepers.org.